Sister Wives, the truth is finally revealed about Robyn and Kody Brown's fake adoption story for Robyn's kids. Although Meri Brown agreed to the divorce so that Dayton, Aurora, and Breanna Brown could be adopted, now it seems it was a ploy the whole time. Meri Brown still struggles with the legal divorce from Kody Brown. Undoubtedly, Sister Wives star, Meri Brown struggled with going through a legal divorce which took away some of the status she had held as the first wife. However, Meri tried to get past it, knowing that in their religion it was just a piece of paper, not the true binding of their marriage. But in a recent episode, she talks about how difficult that process was on her when talking to her sister, Rebecca Diltz, and brother-in-law, Nathan Diltz. Admittedly, Meri says it was a very scary moment for her and her sister wives, Christine and Janelle Brown. Furthermore, she says that Kody Brown would tell her she was having strong emotions because she lost some form of power. While Meri doesn't feel like she ever had power, she does note that the divorce did change many things in the marriage. Truth finally revealed about Kody Brown's fake adoption story. On Reddit, Sister Wives fans discuss Robyn and Kody Brown's true reason for going through the adoption process for Dayton, Aurora, and Breanna Brown. First, a user says, "I don't believe the BS about why the kids were adopted." Then, the user adds, "Robyn's kids were adopted by Kody many years back. He said it was because the kids will then have insurance. His own blood didn't have health insurance at that time. Christine had to come up with $50,000 for her daughter's back surgery. I watched an attorney explain the ways that the kids could have gotten health insurance. There was no need to divorce Meri and him marry Robyn." Thoughts? Another fan adds, "The storyline for the show was that they wanted the kids to legally stay with their family if anything were to happen to Robyn. I think this was a compelling argument to Meri because she had a sister who passed, also living in polygamy, and her kids were taken in by her sister wives." Janelle and Christine both expressed surprise and apprehension when they learned about the impending divorce. I think that, to a degree, Robyn and Kody knew they were manipulating Meri and chose not to share the decision with JNC because they would be less easily persuaded. Kody Brown made promises to David Jessup. But other Sister Wives fans think it was wrong of Robyn and Kody Brown altogether. They don't understand why they would keep the kids from David Preston Jessup in the event of the death of Robyn. I think it's totally crappy for the family to think if Robyn had died that the Dayton, Aurora, and Breanna shouldn't have gone back to their birth father. I agree. Also, K and R promised him that he would still have access to his kids. They lied. Instead, they *T talked about him to his kids, parental alienation. So now they don't even know that he has leukemia. It's rumored that Dayton went to see him, lived with him. But that hasn't been confirmed. Robyn and Kody Brown had ulterior motives. While Sister Wives fans believe Meri Brown was doing what she thought was best for Robyn and Kody Brown's kids, they think it was a manipulation of Meri. This and when Robyn says being legally married didn't mean anything to her and it was a piece of paper. Mrs. Brown. Kody adopted your kids so you could get a legal divorce to make it an even playing field. No? That's what I thought. Of course the legal marriage means something. It makes her. I never heard him say it was for insurance. The only thing I heard was that if something happened to Robyn, the kids would have to go live with their dad, and Kody would have no claim on them. I always thought it was a fake reason. He wanted Robyn and he wanted to make her happy. And he wanted to dump Meri at the same time. He had no regard for Meri's feelings. He dumped her, plain and simple. Sister Wives stole the storyline. Another Sister Wives fan draws the connection between Robyn and Kody Brown and another storyline. It's straight from a big love storyline. Bill divorced Barb to marry Nikki to protect her daughter. The Browns had to make up a story in a hurry. I remember when it happened. They tried to sneak it past the viewers, but y'all are way too sharp for that. Someone saw the court filing or whatever, so they used the kids as an excuse. In reality, Kody no longer wanted to be married to Meri and Robyn wanted to be the sole legal wife. David Preston Jessup signed off. Other fans point out that Robyn and Kody Brown could only go through with the adoption if Robyn's ex, David Preston Jessup, signed off. However, one person remembers, the bio dad didn't like D, A, and B on the show, so to get around having to get permission from him, they removed him from the equation. Kody adopted Robyn's children. Janelle Brown calls Meri's brother her starter marriage. Janelle Brown is opening up about her marriage to Meri's brother Adam Barber. She sat down for an interview on the podcast Reality Life with Kate Casey. During the interview, Janelle shared details about her first marriage. Janelle's first marriage lasted for 2 years. Shortly after it ended, she married Kody Brown and became his second wife. Janelle Brown's first marriage. Janelle Brown was married to her first husband Adam Barber for 2 years. Adam is Meri Brown's brother. When asked on Reality Life with Kate Casey if it was uncomfortable to meet Kody, she said, "I didn't cross paths with him. I was not at Meri's house all the time. I mean, I was there occasionally. I just happened to be there when Kody came, and I already was intrigued with the faith." Janelle describes her first marriage to Adam as very, very short-lived. She said that the relationship really qualifies as a starter marriage. She added, "I think we might have lived together physically, actually lived together for like 6 months. It just didn't take." Janelle and Adam were divorced in 1990 and she married Kody Brown in 1993. When she remarried her ex-sister-in-law, Meri Brown became her sister wife. Meri shares her feelings on Janelle's marriage to her brother. Meri Brown appeared on the podcast Misunderstood with Rachel Ochaitel to address fans' reactions to Janelle's first marriage. She expressed that even though it was strange, their community was not that big. Meri says, "It took a minute for me to get my head wrapped around it. The whole thing was interesting. There was emotions. Let's just say there was emotions." Meri shared that even though there were emotions involved, they were able to work through everything as a family. The Browns' plural marriage began to unravel when Christine Brown decided to leave Kody. Later, Janelle made the same decision. In 2023, Meri Brown also decided to leave Kody. The polygamous family now only has one wife still married to Kody. The sister wife star is also estranged from many of his children. Janelle Brown's newest project. Janelle Brown now has 2 ex-husbands. She has moved on from Meri's brother Adam and Kody. She is thriving in her new life as a single mom. Janelle has started a new passion project with her daughter Maddie. The pair are starting their own farm. They have named the farm TAEDA Farms. Janelle has said they are turning hard work and heart into something beautiful. She told her fans in an Instagram post that they wanted them to follow along. Janelle Brown filed for a new business license with the North Carolina Secretary of State Office for Tata Farms on March 26, 2024. Afterward, she and her daughter Maddie purchased 156.4 acres of land in April 2024 for $289,000 in Kamapwa, North Carolina. This is where they will be launching their new farm project. Janelle said, "It's definitely not always glamorous. There's plenty of sweat, dirt, and learning along the way. But every single step is getting us closer to something truly special." Fans are excited to see the new project develop and can follow along on Instagram. Janelle Brown reveals when Meri cut ties. Janelle Brown recently opened up about the dynamic of the polygamous family feature on TLC Sister Wives. During the November 4th episode of the Reality Life with Kate Casey podcast, host Kate asked Janelle when Meri started to pull away from the family. Janelle revealed when Meri became less involved in the lives of the other wives, kids, and Kody. Janelle reveals Meri's relationship with the family's sister wives. Janelle Brown sat down with podcast host Kate Casey to discuss the dynamic of the family post-split from ex-husband Kody Brown. Casey asked Janelle when it was that Meri became distant from the family group. Janelle responded, "I mean, she and Robyn Brown were always pretty close. I do think when Leanne left the house and she was an empty nester before we were, she started to develop a lot more interest outside of the family. Because yeah, she had time. But I know she and Robyn were always pretty close to a lot of things. So I don't know if she was separate. I mean, she and Kody had been estranged for many, many years." Kody Brown and his polygamous family consisted of 1 husband and 3 wives. That was until his wife Christine Brown left him in November 2021. The next wife to leave was Janelle in December 2022. Meri announced her departure from the family in January 2023. Kody now only has 1 remaining wife, Robyn. Janelle shared details of Meri's family exit. Meri Brown got a spiritual release from Kody in January 2023. She and Kody were in an estranged relationship years before this. Kody revealed that the family found some relief in their family dynamic after his and Meri's split. Kody said, "It's interesting to me that Meri and I are safe enough with each other right now to joke around. The burden has been lifted, somehow or another, or at least in this moment. now is easier than it was 3 months ago or 6 years ago. It's weird. I have no idea. Recent episodes of season 19 of Sister Wives feature Meri leaving the Brown family and becoming independent on her own. She pursued her release from the church in 2023. A release is essentially a divorce in the church the Browns belong to. Meri explained, I really felt like that he was just doing everything he could to have me be the one to leave so that he could say, my hands are clean. She's the one who left. The separation of the Brown family featured in Sister Wives has been difficult for the family members. Many of the kids are estranged from their father, Kody Brown. Janelle, Meri, Christine, and Robyn frequently struggle to maintain communication with one another. Grandchildren are coming into the family and changing family dynamics. The Browns are working hard to find new family norms. Is Kody Brown's midlife crisis to blame for his failures? Undoubtedly, Sister Wives fans have watched the Browns go through many seasons of their lives. But now fans are wondering if Kody Brown's untimely midlife crisis is to blame for his marriage failures and strained relationships with his kids. Kody Brown wasn't as smooth as TLC tried to portray. Many Sister Wives fans have watched the Brown family with their shocking start to reality TV. Undoubtedly, they sparked the interest of viewers and their unusual lifestyle. But in many ways, Kody Brown was sweeping issues under the rug left and right from the very beginning. Instead of facing the problems with his relationship with Meri Brown, he knew it was time to get a new wife. Then, he added Janelle Brown to the mix, which only complicated the picture. So Kody thought he needed another woman to make the marriage make more sense. But with each new wife came compounded issues. Furthermore, they kept adding child after child to spice up the family dynamic. When viewers saw them, they were multiplying rapidly, and Kody was courting his next shiny new thing, his diesel gene model, Robyn Brown. What could go wrong with adding more people and showing it all on reality TV? Now fans see that many of Kody's failures seem to be rooted in him chasing his emotions in a midlife crisis. Is Kody Brown's midlife crisis to blame for his failures? On Reddit, Sister Wives fans point out that Kody Brown's failures stem from having a midlife crisis. First, a user says, Kody midlife crisis. Then they add, watching this man, it's clear, from what he says about his children, wives, and religion, he was having a midlife crisis. Furthermore, the user sees how TV escalated the issues, saying, add the offer from TLC to spotlight an egomaniac, and you have the complete destruction of his family. If he was so dedicated to his beliefs and wanted the world to know how polygamy wasn't horrible, why didn't he relocate to Montana or Wyoming? Why wasn't he living in a community of polygamists? He removed his young children from schools, family, friends who believe the same. He goes off with a new young wife and makes the rest of the family follow, now with the lure of money. If somebody would have offered him the same money on his own, he would have married Robyn, skipped town, leaving the rest behind in Lehi, and it would have been after polygamy. Another fan agrees Kody's midlife crisis was the catalyst. They say absolutely from show when I thought, oh, this is the same as buying a new sports car and dyeing your hair kind of meltdown. Only he had a crappy sports car, was already obsessed with his hair, so he scored a new wife instead. He's a human red Corvette blasting AC/DC. He gave me the ick right away. He failed to listen. While many people saw signs of fractures in the relationships with Meri, Janelle, and Christine Brown early on, people think Kody Brown was trying to fill a void. His need to continually add more excitement and toys to his life distracted him from mending the cracks along the way. But the original poster believes that Kody Brown just stopped listening to his wives. The user continues, Janelle was, from the heart, speaking about her faith, and he shut her down. No consideration, no acknowledgement of her beliefs in what is expected from a polygamous man. He wanted the money, the new wife, and had no interest in the religion, the old life, and what was in it for him, not his wives or kids. He is a fail man, making excuses for his failures, only to be bolstered by the wife who is enriched by his money. Wow, a man that can blame, walk away from 13 children is truly a man who is only about himself. Another fan adds, I love that Janelle told him that he is selfish and self-absorbed. I am dying for more Janelle and Kody conflict. She deserves to have her voice heard. On another Reddit thread, fans discuss Kody's midlife crisis. One fan says, well, that trophy wife thing didn't work out for him, man, has she drastically changed. Another person adds, for sure. Tiny little fragile ego on this dude. What do you think? Is Kody Brown's midlife crisis to blame for the unraveling of the Brown family? Do you think his desire for money fueled his mental breakdown on camera? Do you think he is mentally stable? What did you think about the last episode of Sister Wives? Drop your comments below. Was it Christine Brown rushing David? Was Sister Wives star Christine Brown Woolley rushing her now husband, David Woolley, into marriage, or was it possibly the other way around? She has seemed overly eager to marry him, essentially from the moment they had their first date. Yet, was he encouraging the speediness of the romance as much as she was, maybe more? Keep reading for more details. Was it Christine Brown rushing David? When Christine Brown Woolley left Kody Brown and the plural family in early 2021, she was eager to experience single life. She was ready to see what was out there for her and wanted to date. All she ever knew was Kody, as he was the first and only man she had ever been with. So, Christine was excited about the possibilities ahead of her despite what Kody said to her. He tried to make her believe any man that she encountered was only going to use and abuse her. Luckily, Christine held out hope, and that was when she met David Woolley. He had 8 kids, which was great because she had 6 biological but claimed her sister wives' children as well. That meant she had a total of 13 kids and was very maternal. She also had grandchildren and was incredibly family-oriented. From the moment they had their first date, Christine and David were ready for their second. Within a month or so, they were looking at wedding venues without even being engaged. Her children thought she was moving too fast, but she and David just knew. Fans feel that Christine was pushing David to get married, but was it the other way around? Some Sister Wives fans feel that David might have been the eager one and started a Reddit thread. The O broke down why he may have been ready to jump in headfirst. He was 59/60-year-old. The average age of men to die in the US is 74/75-year-old. It's not like he has unlimited time, and Christine seemed to make him genuinely happy after being sad for a long time. It makes more sense why he was on board with quickly committing. David Woolley had lost his wife and raised his children as a single parent. Yes, he had dated along the way, but he loved Moab. He noted that the woman who he took there and wanted to come back was the one he would marry. That happened to be Christine Brown Woolley. When she was ready to do and be everything and anything he wanted, of course, that lit a fire in him. So, what did Sister Wives fans have to say about this assessment that maybe David was the aggressor or it was a mutual thing? Agreed, this wasn't all Christine rushing. If Paul actually listened, Davis was the one wanting to go look at venues and rings and then do the proposal officially. 100%. He's a widower and she spent the previous quarter century devoting herself to a family in which she received, at most, 33% of a less than mediocre man. I agree. They both, David and Christine, know what they want and they found it. In the end, it seems fans saw that they both knew instantaneously and ran with the feeling. Was that a bad thing? Only time will tell, but for now, Christine and David seem very happy and that is all that matters. Do you believe David wanted to jump in just as much as Christine did? Let us know and watch Sister Wives Sundays on TLC. Why fans say Robyn and Christine Brown are twins? Is it possible that Robyn and Christine Brown are more alike than either realizes? Over the course of the new seasons, some Sister Wives viewers have pointed out that Kody and Christine actually are quite alike. Now, another fan has pondered whether or not Christine is more like Robyn. Other fans spoke up and added their own opinions. Do Robyn and Christine Brown bear a resemblance? Sister Wives fans know that Robyn and Christine Brown couldn't have a more strained relationship, and at this point, there's not much of a chance that they'll ever reconcile. But as season 19 continues, at least one fan thinks Robyn and Christine bear a striking resemblance to one another. Has anybody else noticed in the new promo pics for season 19 how similar Christine and Robyn's features are? A Sister Wives fan asked on Reddit. I just happened to be scrolling YouTube and saw this thumbnail and couldn't help but notice that from the nose down they have very similar shaped faces. I've never noticed it before. Are they distantly related by any chance? Christine's constant digs are annoying, one Sister Wives viewer shared on Reddit. I'm really getting tired of Christine constantly taking little digs at Meri. I'm not inviting her to my wedding, but I'll invite her child. The kids don't want to continue Meri's holiday traditions. Bringing up Meri's ring being melted down in an interview. Was that necessary? Was mentioning her necessary at all? If you're not interested in a friendship, that's fine, but stop talking about her. She's not talking about you. Just ignore her at this point. Other Redditors didn't overwhelmingly agree with the OP's points, but added that Robyn and Christine could certainly be distantly related. After all, polygamy runs in both their families. Someone else pointed out it was just the way designers edited the photo. Comments included, "The polygamous family tree is a wreath." Christine comes from two of the largest polygamous families. Take a look at those family trees and yes, you will see, they are all related in some way. They're cousins with certain degrees of separation. Not familiar with the cousining definitions. It's just a Photoshop they use to make them look better, so it's made the same facial changes. Soften the chin, lips, and jaw, for example. There probably isn't much hope for reconciliation between the women. In an upcoming episode, Christine will introduce her boyfriend David Woolley to Kody and Robyn for the first time. Fans already know that Christine and David went on to marry, and Kody and Robyn weren't invited to the wedding. Can everyone get along for the day and put aside their difference? Fans will need to tune in and find out. What do you think about this Reddit discussion? Do Robyn and Christine Brown bear a resemblance to one another? Or is it just in the OP's head? Add your own thoughts and ideas to the comments below. Be sure to catch new episodes of Sister Wives at 10 p.m. Eastern Time each Sunday night on TLC. Keep following and subscribe to our channel for daily updates. Always be the first to get news. Please don't forget to like, comment, share, and please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thank you for watching. Fans don't like Christine Brown's pressure on David. Sister Wives fans are watching the relationship between Christine Brown and David Woolley unfold. Now they are speaking up about not liking how much pressure Christine is putting on her current husband, David. Christine Brown and David Woolley are in the limelight. Undeniably, Sister Wives fans have been ecstatic that Christine Brown Woolley decided to leave Kody Brown. Likewise, when Christine introduced her new beau, David Woolley, fans were happy she was moving on. Furthermore, she threw out all the bells and whistles when she aired their wedding special. But now, as Sister Wives takes a deep dive into how the couple got together, fans are split on the amount of PDA Christine has on camera. Additionally, fans think Christine is putting an unreasonable amount of pressure on her guy. Fans don't like Christine Brown's pressure on David. On Reddit, Sister Wives fans discuss how they aren't liking the amount of pressure Christine Brown Woolley is putting on David Woolley. First, a user starts The Little Mermaid. Then they explain, does anyone else find it incredibly odd that on their second date, Christine and David went to see The Little Mermaid? And that Christine was upset he didn't kiss her in the theater of a children's film because of a song. Asterisky, don't begrudge Christine her happiness, and I understand she's deprogramming from her cult upbringing. I do find her regression to teenage behaviors and attitudes concerning and uncomfortable to watch. Fan weigh in after the initial post. Several Sister Wives fans weighed in about Christine Brown Woolley's eagerness to get the first smooch at The Little Mermaid. I think she was like a love-struck teenager when she met David. I think she hadn't been treated well by Kody in so long that when she met a decent guy she was crushing hard. I know some Disney adults that weren't in a religious cult who I can imagine this same scenario with. I get how it's uncomfortable, but she got married at 19 and all of her examples of romance and dating probably comes from television and movies. I think your point about insecurities are valid, but she was upset that David failed to intuit a specific fantasy she had and make it reality on the second date. That's not a normal expectation. You may be overthinking it. Lots of adults enjoy Disney musicals. Getting a quick smooch at that song is kind of silly fun. I'm neither a Disney person nor babe on Christine, but I think this is a case of sweating the small stuff. Christine Brown Woolley is digging out of a hole. Others realize that Christine Brown Woolley is dating while she is in recovery from her relationship with Kody Brown. I think it's because she's really insecure. Kody made her feel undesirable and especially about kissing, saying that she kisses weirdly or some BS. So she's had it in her head that men wouldn't want her physically. In these last few episodes, she's really trying to prove that she can be desirable. I think she needed David to kiss her in order to prove to herself that she could be good at it. She's love-starved. But another fan adds, to be fair, I have noticed that she looks like a bad kisser. Kinda aggressive and sloppy at the same time. She does seem like the aggressor as far as physical intimacy goes, and probably that turned him off. He seems like he needs to be in control of everything, so probably he would need to be the aggressor. What do you think about Christine Brown Woolley putting pressure on David Woolley? Do you think it is working for them? Do you think she should tone it down? Does it seem like David understands she has a past that will take time for her to navigate? Did you enjoy the latest episode of Sister Wives? Drop your comment below.